Oh my God, welcome to another episode of Rock, Flag, and Hike with your host, Just Sean. That's my trail name. I'm back on the PCT. I've got a total of 6 cheeseburgers. 2 of them I'm going to eat right now. Man, I am so happy to be out here. So this next section, going from Tehachapi to Kennedy Meadows, hopefully I'm going to be able to push the 135 miles. If not, I do have, there's a resupply point in here that I can stop at. But I want to see if I can jack up my miles again and see where it takes me. But I am excited. It's 135 miles to Kennedy Meadows, and then it's the Sierra. Life is grand. Let's hike. It's a beautiful day on the PCT. It's a beautiful day on the PCT. It is glorious to be back. I tell you what, the AT was really taking its toll. Not shitting on the AT, but man, I am just so happy to be in the desert, in the sun. It's nice. I know that I could definitely tell that the isolation that I was experiencing on the AT really took its toll. I don't know. It's, I'm not the type of person I'm not introverted, I'm not extroverted. The pendulum just swings, and on the AT, the pendulum swung so far, it felt like it was never gonna come back. But good choice to flip over and just hit on the PCT. You know, the snow that I encountered in Vermont, New Hampshire, and a portion of Maine, you know, that was really just a defect of the trail, where I know that in about a little over a week, I'm gonna be going into the Sierra if everything looks good. And yeah, I'll have to deal with snow there, but that's more of a feature. And I think that different mindset, different mood for that. So that's looking forward to that. Had a great night's sleep, great views. Feeling a little winded, but I guess that's what happens when you go from such low elevations to, I don't know, high desert. I mean, I'm definitely above 5,000, so I'm feeling it in the lungs, but body adjusts. It's gonna be a hot day. I'm gonna get my tan on. I did bring sunscreen, so I got that going. All right. Thanks for the caution, I guess. Should be cautious about something. Nothing's following me. Okay, just caution. Cool, got it. Hallelujah for the water source. Been a good day on the trail so far. Managed not only to make it 10 by 10, I made it 12 miles by 10. I haven't done that in a while. And, you know, in the back of my mind, after I got off the PCT and I was doing 12 to 15 miles by noon, you know, I got on the AT and my mileage dropped a lot. In the back of my head, and the athlete inside of me was like, am I all out of gas? Is there nothing left? Well, not today. I got plenty left, which is good because I also have about 18 and a half miles to my next water source. So always exciting when I have to do long water carries. You ever wanted to see what the parts of a windmill look like? Here you go. Wow. This thing got messed up. Huh. I'm a big fan of the rice and beans from Tuna Creations. Big fan. I could eat this every day. Just need some cheese. It'd be perfect. Kind of amazing how much the climate has changed in just one day. Went from what felt like just high desert to high alpine, whatever you want to call it. But there's trees and there's shade and there's grass and the trail is so soft. It's pretty awesome. It's gonna be a 32-mile day though. Nice. Wakey wakey, time to hikey. It's another beautiful morning on the PCT. Eventually this has to stop, but not today. Let's see, yesterday was a 32-mile day. Pretty excited about that part. Body feels good. The terrain definitely makes a difference. Today will only be 28 miles. Really, I'm just basing my camp selections on the water caches. There's 2 today, and the last one is at 28 miles. There are some streams, so it's not as extreme as yesterday. Look at that view. So I don't have to, you know, crunch out the miles as much. But because of yesterday's 32-mile day, I am within 100 miles, less than 100 miles, of Kennedy Meadows, 4 days. And I could do 25 a day if I wanted, but you know I'm not doing that. I'm doing 25 to 30, maybe even more. But yeah, feels good. Life is grand. Man, it's not particularly hot. That sun is intense. And I also made a strategic mistake in forgetting to replenish my supply of Body Glide or baby powder. You know how often I've needed that? This entire 2,400 miles? I don't know, twice, 3 times, maybe? Yeah, well, I don't have it, and that was one of those times that I sure wish I had it because, God, it's got to walk a little waddle leg down the trail, let things, well, I'll spare you the details. killer. Yep. First snake right in the path. I'm gonna round it up to 29 miles a day, just to make it nice and clean. It's pretty good. I like it. Staying at another water cache tonight. Gallons, we got hundreds of gallons of water. So fortunate that there's trail angels out here doing this. I couldn't carry this much water to get through. But yeah, and running into more hikers, which is always great. It's good enough to be alone out here, but I'm at my campsite now, just tucked in behind this rock. It's all windy out. Might cowboy camp? I don't know. I don't think so. I'll probably set up my tent. Anyways, it's a good day. This is a rather pleasant cabin that I'm at. Actually, no, it's kind of disgusting inside, but there's a few provisions, I suppose, if you're desperate. Gas cans, some water, probably keep you dry. But man, I forgot what it's like to hike in these kinds of conditions where you don't really need sunscreen on your legs because it's covered in dust. And because it's hot all day, except for today, you just sweat and there's salt all over you. Your clothes just get this like moist, greasy, salty, it's a weird feeling. You get used to it, but it's just oily and you know, the benefit of doing the 32-mile day and the 28-mile day, I was within 69 miles of Kennedy Meadows, so it means that I can slack off for 2 days, just do 25 and 25 and then the 19. Although, let's be honest, I'm gonna go for more than 25 today and tomorrow, knock off probably like 26, 28 miles. Man, I'm tired today, and I know exactly why. Last night was super, super windy, and the ironic part is that I grew up with a fan, like just blowing right at my face, like for years and years and years. I mean, I still do it. But then I come out in the woods, and blowing wind just keeps me awake all night. So, yeah. Hopefully tonight will be a little bit different, but I don't know. It's still pretty windy today. What's up, Rabbit? How you doing? You're not very scared, are you? Huh. Today, May 19th, I have been on the trail for 4 months and I have hiked about 2,600 miles. I've hiked enough to have finished the AT. I've almost hiked enough to finish the PCT. Nowhere near enough to hike the CDT. But yeah, 4 months on trail. Seems like just yesterday I was going through the arches at Amicalola Falls. But man, things have changed and it seems like the world is totally different and yet still the same. I don't know, maybe that's what it's like being in the woods for this long. Just kind of lets you know how insignificant you are, and you know, the whole timeline out here is way different than what we create. So to celebrate, I want to get a little caffeinated up. I get these Walmart Best Value brand pack, they're like Crystal Light pack, but Walmart brand. And I think the Crystal Light ones are like 30 milligrams a pack. These are 120. I do too. Plus a packet of electrolytes. So let's get wild. I would say things are starting to look much more Sierra-like, maybe, but I've never been there, so who knows. You can kind of see where the trail goes up along over there, and it goes back over, and eventually, not over that ridge line, thankfully, but somewhere over there. Ah, cool. Great hiking. I tell you what, the section between Tehachapi and Kennedy Meadows is fucking awesome. I don't remember hearing much about it, but it's really great. So, yeah. Yeah, I tell myself after lunch every day that I'm not going to eat a tuna packet and a huge Snicker bar, but I do it all the time. Oh, my stomach, I guess on a positive note, gets me all gassed up, you know, like not like gasoline fuel, but like gas farting. So I just shoot the mountain, shoot and scoot. I'm at almost exactly 7,000 feet. Desert out there. There's a Air Force testing facility out there, something like that, where they fly all types of secret stuff. It's cold. It has been cold enough up here that the trees are frosted, and they're starting to shed their ice and just drop it down. Whoa, it's cold, and then I'll drop down like 1,000 feet and it'll be nice and warm. It's 4 o'clock. I've hit 25 miles, which puts me 19.6 miles to Kennedy Meadows, which is my goal. But do you think that I'm gonna stop at 4 o'clock? No way. I'm gonna keep pushing. It's way too early. Plus there's no cell service. I'll just be bored out of my mind. So every mile after this, there's less miles I have to hike tomorrow. This whole area looked like probably burned. I don't know how long ago, obviously, but you know, I was thinking with everybody, with all the people who do vlogs and take videos of being on trail, it'll be interesting to see if maybe 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, you know, people look back on these videos and you can see over time how certain parts of the trail have changed. That would be pretty neat if we're still using, you know, YouTube, you know, 10, 20 years from now, or who knows, maybe we'll all be we'll all be robots by that point. We'll just connect our minds through some massive network and be able to share videos. That would be pretty neat. I know a lot of times, especially if you're talking to like an older hiker, they'll be like, oh, back in my day, external frame packs, 55 pounds, paper maps, no phones, all that jazz. And now you get to see like, well, now we have ultralight gear, Dyneema composite fabrics, just, you know, incredible technologies. It would have been cool to have video of that back then. But in the future, we will be able to have video of what it was like to hike in 2020, 2019, 2015. I don't know. It's pretty neat. I think it's cool to have that kind of record. See that way off in the distance? That is the Sierra Nevada. Oh, yes. You, sir, are a big black beetle. Wow. Keep being awesome. Well, that wraps it up for episode 19. Holy buckets. Wow. 135 miles, 5 days. I'm still carrying the cheeseburger wrappers in my pack. My mind is just constantly blown by the PCT, and I'm amazed at what I'm able to persevere through, both on the AT and the PCT. And so grateful that I can hike both trails this year. It's just fucking amazing. So I guess, you know, you're just gonna have to wait and see what happens in the next episode. I'm about to pull up into Kennedy Meadows. And if you know the PCT, you know what happens after Kennedy Meadows. So 700 miles into the PCT and still so much more to hike. Well, until the next episode, you know what you need to keep doing. I know what I need to keep doing. Let's just keep on blazing. Oh, check this out. 700 miles.